airsoft obsessed, and I'm going to try yet again something new. I don't think it's any surprise to anybody who knows me out there in the real world that free time as of late is pretty few and far between, which means the YouTube channel has gotten neglected pretty well, and for that, you know, I can only say sorry, but there's not a lot I can do about it. In an effort to try to get some content back out there, I figured, okay, so what's the only batch of free time that I've got during the day? And I was like, oh, okay, it's the way to work and the way home from work. So I'm going to try to do some sort of airsoft ramblings type of a thing to kind of go over what's been happening in the world of airsoft over the last week or so. So right now, it's the first Monday. I'm feeling all jazzed up. The plan in my mind, at least, is to do these things once a week on Mondays to kind of give a recap. So this ends up being the one and only episode. Sorry. Anyway, so this is April the 23rd. I had to look at my watch to remember what day it was. I know it's Monday because it sucks getting up, but April 23rd. What's going on in the world of airsoft? Well, for me personally, I actually got to get out and play this weekend. Went to one of my favorite places to play airsoft, and that is in Fort Ord in Monterey, California. Man, I've been going there for a long, long time, playing the games that Sean and Alex and Flo and the crew have been putting on for, gosh, since I started airsoft. I mean, as far back as I can remember. And the field is nice. It's on the old military barracks of Fort Ord, if you guys aren't familiar with that. And it has a nice blend of outdoor and indoor gameplay. You know, kind of whatever your flavor is, you can pretty much get it there. So anyway, met up with my boy Ross, Ragnar Ross, and we got our LARP on. Had a pretty good time. Got to play with a couple of guns that I really enjoy quite a bit. One being the Elite Force 416 limited edition. I ended up just throwing a Spectre MOSFET in that recently, as well as picking up one of the Howe Geisy rails for it. Let me tell you, it's a really, really nice rail. Pricey, but super nice. So I got to play a little bit with that gun. Also had a chance to take out the yet to be released G&B Mark 18. Now, I know I've posted a lot of pictures about it, posted kind of a teaser video. So here's the skinny. First time I took the gun out, I actually fried the motor in less than a high cap. So, you know, that was kind of an area of concern. But keep in mind, this is a pre-production model. This isn't anywhere close to being the final production. This was the actual gun that they like sent to SHOT Show and Airsoft Con and all these other trade shows for like the show and tell. So yes, it was a functioning AEG, but it's by no means the absolute end result. So anyway, after I burned up that motor, I actually got a hold of the guys at Evike, told them what was up. They're like, okay, we're gonna now go through all the other G&P guns that have the same setup. This has got the new i5 gearbox that has a built-in MOSFET, which, by the way, it's really snappy. Well, at least for the 200 shots before the motor overheated. But anyway, they went and checked the rest of their stock on all the other guns that had that gearbox, said they didn't come up with any other guns that had the same issue. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe I was the unlucky one on that one. Anyway, they sent me out a new motor, and I actually got to play with it for an actual full-length game this weekend for the first time. And, you know, again, it did not disappoint. Nice and snappy. You know, the velocity on it is actually kind of hot on the high side right out of the box. Actually had to swap out springs just to be on the safe side, because out of the box it was shooting like 415, 420 feet per second. But the good thing about that gearbox is it's got a quick change spring. Now, I know initial reports were that it was a no-tool quick change spring. Well, that's not the case. You actually do need to remove the buffer tube screw, just because it's attached to the spring guide, and if you don't attach the spring guide, you clearly can't change the spring. So you can change the spring on it quite easily, but you do need a long Phillips head screwdriver to take out the bolt that holds the buffer tube on there in order to access that. So you know, at the end, it's way better than having to tear down an entire gun and open the gearbox and get into it. So anyway, trades on that bad boy are sick. I actually showed a few people, one of whom was a real Daniel Defense owner, and he was quite impressed with the accuracy of how well that replica is. So if you are in the market and have some ducats or willing to throw down, it's kind of a nice choice. You know, one of the very few guns, and I'm lucky enough, blessed enough to have access to a lot of guns that come through the airsoft industry. This is definitely one that's staying at home. It's staying in the collection, the permanent collection for me, because that gun is really sick. The color's right on too. Well, speaking of Fort Ord, had a really great time, but you know, I'm sure most of you who have played airsoft for any length of time know what I'm talking about. And I've been playing since 2001, so it's been quite a while for me. And it never ceases to amaze me that every so often you run into somebody that just sucks the fun out of it. And it's the person that you shoot and they shoot you back, but they won't stop shooting after you call yourself out. And I'll throw the clip in here in a second. Bring it right here. Come on, dude. Yeah, after I shot you a few times. Good thing we have enough time to count. And it's like, you know, you shoot a person, you got them, but it's like they're going to turn and shoot you because they're not going to go out until you call yourself out. You know, I'm not here to call anybody out. I mean, I don't know who the guy is. I don't care who the guy is. I mean, it is what it is. It's not like he's the only one. Probably won't, certainly won't be the last one. It's just like those situations, you know, can really suck the fun out of it. It's like, it's BB wars, it's whatever. I mean, that's why I didn't even bother really to say much. You know, I can't stand the words, call your hits. I swear to God, it's like nails down the chalkboard when I hear somebody use the phrase, call your hits. But anyway, other than that, I had a super fun time at Ord. Probably got more kills with my pistol that day than my rifle. But you know, it is what it is. So other things happening in the world of airsoft. Friday, G&G had their launch party down at Tac City, where they launched the new G2 series. Again, lucky enough to have my hands on some of these before they hit the market, and they're nice. They're nice. Nice snappy trigger, MOSFET. They actually have cutoffs, so you can't pull the trigger, or I mean, you can pull the trigger. You can't shoot anything unless there's a magazine inserted with it. There's a little sensor in the mag well, kind of like you know, like a PTW type of thing. But you know, again, you know, G&G is doing a good job of packing a lot of features into airsoft guns and bringing that price down so it's more accessible to a lot more people. I don't know the full lineup of guns that they've got coming out. I've got my hands basically on like the 223 or 556 version and the 308 version. I'm really excited kind of about the 308 version because, you know, there's just not a lot of 308 or AR-10 style you know, airsoft replicas out there to be had. You know, A&K makes one. Ares used to make a pretty sick M110, kind of based off the Knights, but you know, there's not a lot of them out there. The Elite Force 417, but I think that's on hiatus right now as far as production goes. So anyway, definitely worth a look. I mean, I'm not one to tell anybody to go, you have to buy this or you have to buy that, but if you're looking for something that's got some of those advanced features, like a MOSFET and whatnot, it's definitely worth a shot to go check it out when you're making your decision on buying a gun. So anyway, I told myself I'm going to keep this around 10 minutes because I don't want to hear myself talk for that long. So if you enjoyed it, cool, let me know. If not, just pretend like you did and just ignore me or whatnot. If you have questions or things you'd like me to talk about, if this goes over well, like I said, I'll continue to do it because it actually makes my drive to work a little bit easier and a little less monotonous. So anyway, thanks again for all of those who, you know, like and subscribe and share and and whatnot to my photos and content, it's appreciated. Don't ever think that, you know, I'm one of those people who take any of the fans out there or subscribers for granted. I certainly do not. But anyway, thank you, and we will hopefully see you soon doing this again for the Airsoft Ramblings from the AO truck. All right, guys, we'll see you later.